If you're a good SEO, you know how to do a link analysis. Even if you're a beginner SEO, this by no means is an in-depth analysis. This is really just to dot our T's. Or if you are at all experienced in SEO, this is not going to be an in-depth analysis. This is really just checking a few high-level things to make sure it's okay to launch an aggressive link building campaign. So this is part two of the client side analysis. Number one, we looked at content. Number two, we want to look at their links and link history just to make sure that they don't have any issues. So for the most part, we don't have to worry too much about a link analysis unless the client has had trouble in the past. If they've gotten penalized, all of that stuff, then we want to be careful. But for the most part, they'll tell us that. But we do need to do a quick analysis just to make sure. And really, when you're building links the right way, you really don't have to be careful. You can get very, very aggressive. So everything that we're going to be talking about, it's not like doing Black Hat or PBN type SEO where you have to really evaluate the anchor text and all that stuff, because it doesn't matter, because we're going to be building good links from good sites. So that's kind of irrelevant. However, we do want to make sure that the target pages that we're building links to have a clean history and are not over optimized. So if that client tried to do some aggressive black or gray hat SEO and did a bad job, then we want to be mindful of that before we get started. So to do this analysis, we just need the Majestic SEO browser plugin, which again, the next module, I actually have a very in-depth training on how to use Majestic, but for now, I'm just going to show you very high level because this is very, very simple. So in the next video, right after this one, actually, I'm going to show you how to assign targets. I know this is kind of ass backwards, but this is just the way it worked out, so bear with me. So we are going to assign target pages that we're going to be targeting to do link building for. We will just want to make sure that we check each of those to make sure that they have a clean history and they're not kind of spammed out. So all we're going to do is we're going to dump that target URL into a browser, run the Majestic SEO plugin, that we're going to click through and actually get into the Majestic backend. And what we're going to evaluate are the number of inbound links, the quality of inbound links, the relevancy of inbound links, and the anchor text of inbound links. And then at the end of the day, we just want to make sure that everything looks good to start an aggressive link building campaign. So let me just run you through my site real quick. This is my homepage. Again, this is the Majestic browser plugin. You just click it, and again, I have another training that walks you through what all this stuff is. But for now, all we're going to do is we're going to click here on the website, and it's going to take us here to the back end of Majestic. Now, the first thing we want to look at are the number of links pointing to that page, the number of domains. We want to look at the quality of it. So we want to look at the trust flow. Does it have a decent trust flow? Making sure that they didn't just build shitty links and that the trust flow isn't down at zero. Look at the backlink history just to make sure that there's no major blips. We want to look at the links that are coming in. Are they coming from relevant websites, or are they coming from random websites? Are they coming from blog comments? Where are they coming from? And finally, we just want to look at the anchor text. This is really the most important thing. We want to make sure that that page is not over optimized. So pretty much what we want to look for is we want to look for a lot of branded URLs, so the name of the website, the name of the business, the name of the page, the name of the article if it's a piece of content. And we want to look for a lot of naked URLs. So this is just the URL. Here's 3 more naked URLs, so 3 in general. Potentially the name of the person, the name of the business owner, the name of the author if it's a piece of content, and then just a bunch of random, just different anchor text, right? So this is a very, very well optimized anchor text profile. What we do not want to see is one that's very top heavy with what are called exact match anchor text, or just the keywords, because if that's the case, then the website could potentially get penalized, and that will actually change the way that we build links. We'll want to build more of a natural type link profile and stay away from trying to hit them with exact match anchors to punch them up. So again, for the most part, I do not want you to worry about anchor text optimization. Really, this is not a problem when you're building true white hat links. I mean, if you're getting a link from Moz, you can link with the keywords "fuck you, Google," because the site is that powerful and trustworthy, so it doesn't matter. Again, with that being said, we do want to be kind of careful and just make sure that we're doing this really just for good faith to the client, to make them show that we're doing a lot of work for them, just to make sure that we're not messing anything up. So again, this is part 2 of how to do the quick client-side analysis. This is just a look at link profile history to make sure that we can launch an aggressive link building campaign.